there were many times when I was also thinking like, you don't have the guts or the ability to stand up for yourself because you're too much of a coward. You've been divorced twice and you don't want to divorce a third time, so you're just sucking up to whatever she wants and her needs and all this stuff. And you know, I don't know and if that was true in any extent, but I do know that I was potentially planting seeds, things that make them think that maybe that is right, or maybe when something gets escalated, he has to now defend himself to prove something that he heard that was planted in his head a long time ago and started to fester and build. And that's why you got to be careful with the things you say. They can always lead and grow into hatred or separation. And it wasn't my place to dictate the way that relationship was working when I am still underneath their household. Maybe I'm truthful about it, but it's not my place because I'm still relying on them. And it's even if I wasn't relying on them, I should just respect that that's not my marriage, that's your marriage. And I always see people talking about other people's lives rather than trying to improve their own. And this happens a lot on my mother's side of the family. People pointing fingers and talking crap and doing this and that. I had people talk crap at me all the time. Supposedly, they would, at friends get-togethers, kickbacks, they would be laughing at me and saying things like, "Oh, Donovan thinks he can write a book," or "Donovan thinks that," or who knows the things that were saying, both through family or friends. I think I had a family member say I wasn't straight or something like that. When I had never even talked or associated with this family member, they were just spitting out words because they like gossip or want some type of revolving attention to return to them. By the way, my first book turned out to be 1,000 pages and I wrote it in less than 6 months, but I spent years working on it, so I proved them wrong, and I continue to prove everyone wrong about anything they say I can't do. I end up doing, and I've been on that streak and I don't plan on breaking it, and I never will. But to wrap around, it wasn't my place to throw those intentions on a father. He did give me everything I need. When he did have a job, he gave me everything: toys, vacation, PlayStation games. But he didn't teach me. He didn't read a book to understand different methods of giving so that way I can live a more nurturing, knowledgeable life in regards to my spirit and in regards to my mind. But with all that giving, I think I became more subjugated to being selfish to what I think I deserve, or when you take away a game, you can't do that. This is mine. And maybe he somewhat became unconsciously submissive to thinking that it's true that I have to give him things in order to create a relationship between us. And so that isn't the case, but it might have been the case, and that's just something that you should be aware of when giving and how to give.